And now storm tracker weather with meteorologist Paul Beam.
All right, let's start it off with that storm tracker because once again, staying clear. It's looking to be a nice end of the week, even through the weekend, especially for the Snake River Plain. We do have a little bit of storms here and there. You can see them off to the west of Haley, but they're going to start to make their path up through Chalice and Salmon, staying in the central mountains, moving over to the north of us, then coming back down in Wyoming. So for the most part, we're staying clear. Very appropriate for that start of the summer tomorrow. Seeing a lot of those temperatures skyrocket in the process as well. We'll be back in those mid to high 80s before you know it. And as we zoom that out, you get a better look. This is very similar to the pattern we had last time. We saw that 91 a few weeks ago. A lot of those storms were coming in, but they were going up and over, making the jet stream form that ridge that brings a lot of those warmer temperatures up from the south. So that's why we were seeing those 90s earlier, way earlier in June, but that's coming back. We're going to return to see those upper 80s and before you know it, back into those 90s. But for the most part, a lot of that rain is avoiding the Snake River Plain. So Central Mountains up and over and then back down in Wyoming. Temperature tracker for right now, we're in those 70s, 75 in Pocatello, 67 up in Idaho Falls. But as we move forward, especially into tomorrow, we're going to see a lot of those temperatures start to hit back into those mid to upper 80s. For tonight, though, once again, another chilly night. We've been seeing a lot of those nights in the 50s and 40s. 50 in Pocatello, 51 in Idaho Falls, everywhere else seeing those 40s. 49 Du Bois, 49 Rexburg, 36 in Yellowstone as the cold spot. So still seeing a lot of those nighttime cold temperatures, but moving into tomorrow, 85 in Pocatello, 83 in Idaho Falls, a lot different than those 60s we were seeing very recently. Seeing it skyrocket back to 85, 88 in Malad City. So a lot of those temperatures recovering from what we usually have been seeing for the last few weeks. We've been stuck kind of in that 60s to low 70s funk, but we're finally getting up to those summer temperatures. Future tracker will show that ridge that's going to be making its way up and over, and you can see it doesn't really get anywhere close to Rexburg, but that's probably as far south as you're going to see the scattered showers. You could see a light sprinkle here and there in Idaho Falls, but for the most part, Rexburg to the north is where that rain's going to be for tomorrow. And it's very quickly moving out as well. As I move it to the Pocatello 7-day forecast, we're seeing no rain whatsoever. Temperatures on the hot side, 85 for Thursday, but even next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all in those upper 80s, 88, 87. And then Idaho Falls also being very similar. I did mention that slight chance of rain that it could see on Friday, but for the most part, staying clear other than that, cooling down with some of the winds coming in. But then next week, back into those mid to upper 80s, 86 on Monday, even 84 on Wednesday as it's starting to cool off. But for the most part, sticking to that summer-like weather. Rexburg, far north enough to see that rain hit them alongside that ridge. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, seeing at the very least a chance and then dipping those temperatures back down. But even Rexburg, 82, 83 for Monday and Tuesday. Very warm temperatures compared to what we've been seeing. Teton area, once again, they're going to be clipping that storm as it comes back down to the south Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with some of those chances. Then finally for Central Mountains, they're the ones that's seeing the rain the most in the next 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, temperatures closer to those 70s, but at least here in the Snake River Plain, especially on the southern side here in Pocatello, we're getting summer weather for the start of summer.
Finally, right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like if you're thinking about maybe getting up in the mountains, maybe do it next weekend rather than this weekend, stay in the valley this weekend,
Definitely.
head up to the mountains next week. Forget it. Just go up to the mountains anyway. It's always a fun time.